Hello and welcome to this video about VTA's draft transit service plan, part of our transit redesign, focused today on West Valley College. I'm Cody Kratz, VTA's Administrator of Digital Communications, and with me here today is Adam Berger, Senior Transportation Planner, who's managing the redesign. You'll hear from him more in a moment. I just wanted to provide an overview of some of the different ways you can provide comments and ask questions. You're watching this on YouTube. There's a section down below the video where you can leave a comment. We will be checking those and answering questions and forwarding on comments to the planning team as quickly as we can. We do appreciate your feedback and recommendations because you know the system well, and we want to understand the ways we can improve it to make sure that the future system will work well for you. You can also send us a tweet at VTA or a message or leave a comment on our Facebook page or call our customer service call center. The phone number is also on the screen now. You can also email community.outreach@vta.org. These are all great ways to provide feedback. They all go to the same place. The planning team will be considering everything we hear. We are looking to have feedback by February 20th. So if you have questions or comments, please make sure that you get in touch with us by then. Also want to encourage you to visit nextnetwork.vta.org. If you even want to open that right now, that website has some high-level information about why we're doing this, how we got to this point, some of the goals of this redesign, and also really specific information about particular routes. So if you want to look up how your service would change, the routes you use, please check out the website and drill into that information. I'm going to turn it over to Adam, who's going to tell you a bit about the broader redesign and specifically how it'll affect your college.
Thank you, Cody. So this is a redesign from scratch of our entire transit system in Santa Clara County. That's the bus routes and light rail lines that VTA operates. We're proposing changes to almost every single route in our system in some way, whether that's changing the routing, changing the frequency, changing the hours of the day in which the route operates, or changing the days of the week in which the route operates. I'd like to give a little bit of background on how we got to this point. In the summer of 2016, we launched a 5-month outreach campaign where we asked you how we could make transit better. We heard back from more than 5,000 different folks about what we could change in our system. And the general consensus was that VTA needed to focus more on increasing ridership. And we can do that by increasing the frequencies in our system in areas that have transit supportive characteristics like density and walkable places. But that comes with the trade-off of decreasing the focus on providing access to as many places as possible. We took your feedback to our board of directors in November of 2016, and they affirmed what you said. They would like to see us redesign our transit network with a greater focus on ridership. So on January 5th, we released a draft plan, and between now and February 20th, we're asking for your feedback on how we can make that plan better. After February 20th, we'll take all of your input and turn it into a final plan for our network, which will go to our VTA committees for their review in March, and then to our board of directors for their approval in April. This service plan would be implemented coinciding with the start of BART service to Santa Clara County, which is expected to happen toward the end of this year. So let's focus on the changes for West Valley College. Now, West Valley College is in an area that has a lot of low density land use that's largely residential, and where, other than West Valley College, demand for transit tends to be pretty low. So it falls into that coverage category that we've been instructed by the community and by the board of directors to decrease resources in, to reallocate them to other places. So you'll see fewer lines on the map here than you do on our current transit map. So let's talk about what has changed. One big change is Route 53 that currently travels south along De Anza and Sunnyvale-Saratoga Road from De Anza College to the Saratoga Town Center and then over to West Valley College, is proposed to be discontinued in this draft plan. We're proposing to take those resources, those service hours in that segment, which tend to get low ridership, and reallocate them elsewhere in the transit system. We are proposing some improvements. For example, Route 57, which currently serves West Valley College, is proposed to be increased from a 30-minute route to a 15-minute route all day, 7 days a week, heading north all the way to the Mission College and Old Ironsides part of the county. This would travel along Allendale and Quito and then Saratoga Road heading north. Route 58, which operates in this area today, heading straight down Saratoga right into the transit center, is proposed to be discontinued. So if you're used to riding the 58 in the draft plan, the 57 would likely be your best bet for getting over to the transit center. If you have a destination on Saratoga south of Prospect Road, you'd have to transfer to Route 26. That's a route which is also being proposed to be rerouted. Route 26 is one of VTA's longest routes. It starts at the Lockheed Martin Transit Center in North Sunnyvale, comes all the way down to Prospect Road before heading east and going to the East Ridge Transit Center. Because that route is so long, by the time it gets to the end of the route, the on-time reliability is often pretty poor, just due to delays from traffic congestion, which can be unpredictable. So we're proposing to break that into two pieces. The north-south part going up to Sunnyvale would become Route 56 and terminate at the Winchester Transit Center, while the east-west portion of Route 26 would bend over and stop at West Valley College. So a new connection for the college to get eastward in our system. The 26 would roughly try to replace Route 37, which is proposed to be discontinued. Route 37 goes from the West Valley Transit Center down Allendale to Pollard to Hacienda, and then over toward the Capitol Light Rail Station. We're proposing to discontinue that route because the land uses that it travels past are low density and tend to record low ridership. Folks who are heading east from West Valley College would be best off taking Route 26 and then making a transfer. We've heard, though, from a lot of folks that they really value Route 37, that it fills a big gap in our system, even though at 60 minutes, it's one of our least frequent routes. If you are a rider of Route 37, we would love to get your feedback on this proposal. We'd love to learn your travel patterns and how maybe we can improve that east-west connection coming out of West Valley College while still staying true to this goal of allocating our service hours in places that generate more ridership. So that's it for the changes in West Valley College. I'll remind folks that they can see this in a lot more detail over at nextnetwork.vta.org and see the entire set of proposals for the county. With that, I'll turn it back over to Cody.
Thank you, Adam, and thank you everyone who tuned in and watched the video. We appreciate your time learning about the proposal, and we appreciate in advance your comments and questions if you haven't already submitted them. Again, on the screen, showing you the various ways you can get in touch with us, whether it's through the website, where you're able to comment at the bottom of each of those route pages, or any of the other options here. Wanted to also mention that we have been producing a series of webinars, and they are all recorded for future viewing on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/scvta. There is actually one about the West Valley that covers quite a few cities from Sunnyvale, Cupertino, all the way down to Saratoga, and did touch a bit on West Valley College. So if you wanted to see a slightly bigger picture, but related to this, suggest you check out that video. Again, it's on our YouTube channel. Thank you again for tuning in and for taking the time to learn about our plan.